All right, let's dive into a story that feels like it's straight out of a fairy tale, but it's actually deeply woven into the history of a place many call paradise on earth. We're going to journey into the life of Habba Khatoon, the legendary poet queen of Kashmir. So, picture this. We're in 16th century Kashmir. It's this land of just stunning beauty and incredible history. This was the time of the Chak dynasty, a period of real independence and vibrant culture, right before the huge Mughal Empire started to set its sights on the valley. It's a world that's right on the edge of a massive change. They say it was a valley wrapped in snow and songs, where rivers sparkled and chinar leaves fluttered. And this is exactly where our story gets started. Not with a king, but with a voice. So our story begins with a young girl named Zune, and in the local language, her name actually meant moon, which is so perfect for someone whose light was just destined to shine, even when things got really dark. From the very beginning, Zune's whole world was just filled with melody. The legends say she didn't just sing, it was like she was having a conversation with nature itself. They said her voice was so pure it could actually make birds stop mid-flight and bring a smile to shepherds miles away. For her, music wasn't just a hobby, it was how she spoke to the world. But there was a problem. Inside Zune's heart was this beautiful symphony of songs and poems. But on the outside, her reality was completely different. She was married into a simple peasant family, and her passion for music, well, it just wasn't understood. Her world of dreams was constantly clashing with a life of tough, silent work. But even with that disconnect between her inner world and her daily life, Zune held on to this really powerful belief. She felt that deep down, everybody had their own song, their own unique melody, just waiting for the chance to be heard. And honestly, that belief is what kept her going. And then, one day, her song was finally heard. This is the moment, the turning point that would change not just her life, but the cultural history of Kashmir forever. The way the story goes, she was singing by a stream, and the wind just picked up her voice. It traveled over the fields and through the forests, right into the ears of a royal procession. And the man who heard it, he was the king himself. He was so completely enchanted that he had to find her. And when he did, he recognized this incredible spirit behind the voice. He brought her to the royal court, freeing her from her unhappy marriage. And it was there that Zune, the peasant girl, was given a brand new name, a title of love and respect, Habba Khatoon, which means dear queen. This wasn't just a new name, it was a whole new life. Now, this king was Yusuf Shah Chak. History tells us he was a bit of a romantic, and in Habba Khatoon, he found more than just a beautiful voice. He found his soulmate. They spent their time together sharing their love for poetry, for art, and for the beauty of their kingdom. For a short, brilliant time, it was this perfect, shining love story. But as you might have guessed, this perfect chapter wasn't meant to last. The political world was changing. The huge Mughal Empire to the south was looking at the beautiful valley of Kashmir, and their happy world was about to be completely torn apart. Yeah, this fairy tale romance was just shattered by cold, hard politics. So Yusuf Shah becomes king in 1579, but he's constantly being challenged by the powerful Mughal emperor Akbar. After years of this, Yusuf Shah was tricked into a meeting, thinking they were going to negotiate. It was a trap. In 1586, the king of Kashmir was captured and exiled. He would never see his home or his queen again. He died years later, a prisoner, far away in Bihar. For Habba Khatoon, this loss was just absolute. Her husband, her king, her soulmate, just gone. Her entire world fell silent. But it was in this deep, profound grief that she found her true, lasting voice, turning all of that pain into something powerful and eternal. Just try to imagine that quiet. The music in the court stopped. The laughter was gone. The vibrant life she knew was just replaced by this hollow, aching silence. But in that crushing silence, one thing was left: her voice. It wasn't the song of a happy queen anymore, but something much deeper, something forged in sorrow. She channeled all of her longing and her sadness into her art. She started writing what are known as lyrics, these short, beautiful poems that to music. They were songs about being separated, about lost love, but also about this relentless hope that one day they'd be reunited. So Habba Khatoon left the palace and went back to the land. She wandered through the valleys, singing about her sorrow. And by doing that, her personal pain became something everyone could connect with. Her songs resonated with the people of Kashmir, with anyone who had ever lost someone. Her voice became a friend to the lonely and a comfort to the sad. And that brings us to her legacy. Her time as a queen was short, and it ended in tragedy. But her reign as a poet, that has never ended. Her voice still echoes through the valleys of Kashmir to this very day.
I think the ultimate message of her life is one of just incredible strength. Her work reminds us that art doesn't only come from happiness. Sometimes it's from the deepest sorrow that the most profound beauty can grow. Her poetry is a timeless example of how resilient the human spirit can be.
Because of the beautiful, sad, and deeply human feeling in her songs, she was given another title, one that has stuck with her for centuries. To this day, Habba Khatoon is remembered and loved as the Nightingale of Kashmir. So when you look back, what an incredible journey. From Zion, a peasant girl with a song in her heart, to Habba Khatoon, a queen who found this great love. But her true legacy was made in loss. She became the poet who turned her own tragedy into a comfort for everyone, proving that a single, honest voice can echo forever. And her story kind of leaves us with a question, doesn't it? Habba Khatoon used her voice to turn her pain into art that has helped people for generations. So it makes you wonder, in your own world, how can you use your voice to create something beautiful? Thanks for joining me.